23. Now, there was a bunch of information here that basically it said BD bisected EBC, meaning it was in the middle. And this BE leg also cut this whole angle in half. Okay, it was a bisector. So it told us all that information. So we just didn't record it here so that we could see the problem. Now it tells me E to B to C. It tells me E down here to B to C. That whole opening is 70 degrees. So it says, what is E down to B to D? Well, if the whole thing's 70, that BD cut it in half, so he's got to be 35. This guy's 35. So E to B to D is 35 degrees. FBE is 100. F to B to E. F, just trace it, to B to E. He's 100. And if he's 100, this guy was cutting the whole big angle in half, so this piece would be 100. Let's see what it asks me. What is E to B to D? Well, this whole piece is 100, but remember, he cuts it in half. So you have 50 and 50. So the E to B to D would be 50 degrees. DBC, D to B to C. He's 22 degrees. If he's 22, he's 22. And this guy cut the whole thing in half, so that's 44. So this is 44. Let's see what they're asking for. What's the measurement of F to B to C? F down to B, all the way across to C. Well, that's all of them put together. That's that whole opening. 44 plus 22 gives you 88 degrees for 25. All right, 26. Given the following side measurements, determine which is a right angle. If they're a right angle, the one leg squared plus the other leg squared has to equal the hypotenuse squared. Okay, now remember, the hypotenuse is the biggest leg. So in this case, this would have to be the hypotenuse. So we need to check, does 6 squared plus 7 squared equal 8 squared? 36 plus 49, does that equal 64? No. Let's check B. 6 squared plus 8 squared equal 10 squared. 36, 8 times 8, 64, 10 times 10, 100. Ooh, that works. That tells me this guy is a right triangle. The others, C and D, will not work.